What is going on, guys? My name is Moto, and today you're going to be watching a Monster Energy Supercross, the official Supercross video game video here today on my channel, reviewing Anaheim 2 2019. The track today is Oakland 2019, made by myself. Modeled it off of a couple of online tracks that I saw. Also kind of watched Wyndham's video to kind of gauge how I should make these tracks. And I don't know, I felt like Coyote's was definitely the best, but I think it could have done better, so I did end up coming in and making it. Love you, Coyote. You're awesome. Your track was great, but I don't know. I just felt like I could make the rhythms a little bit better and make everything work kind of a little bit smoother with all the transitions. So, real quick before we start this video, just wanted to say I did set up my Elgato for this and my Blue Snowball. So if you guys do hear a bird screaming in the background, it's because my bird is a complete dick and he doesn't know how to shut the fuck up. It's just how it be sometimes. So, real quick, wanted to apologize for that, as well as say, you know, obviously, this is going to be better quality besides the first 15 seconds, which is kind of meh quality on the video part. It's just a really old video. I got to go out and record a new intro video so I can actually get the correct timing and everything for the new song. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy the new intro. I kind of like it. Even though, you know, I am the greatest still. It's just how it be sometimes. So, regardless, let's hop straight into this review of Anaheim 2. First, we'll talk about the 250s, and boy, oh boy, did AC struggle, bro. Oh my god. Obviously, kind of pulled a Tomac and pulled it together for the last race, even though I believe Shane passed him, so it was unfortunate that he didn't get a win. But, man, AC needs to just calm the fuck down, guys. Am I the only one who thinks he's got to just relax? Because it's getting really crazy out there, and he just fell back in the points a little more. Colton Nichols, you know, out there killing the game. Ferrandis did really well, and so did McElrath. Very pumped that McElrath got his first overall. You knew he was going to come out and win at least one of the races. But, you know, I don't know, man. I just really want to see AC start getting consistent, and I feel like that's his big issue, is he's still really inconsistent with how he's riding, and I don't know. It's kind of maybe it's Anaheim. Maybe that's the trick. Is if he can fix his Anaheim racing for the future, then that'll be great. And who knows? Maybe he wins the rest of the season. Maybe it is literally Anaheim. Who knows? I mean, I don't personally. You know, I just want to see him winning races, and I think that he can win this championship as well as Ferrandis. And you know what? Cole Nichols has convinced me, man. Cole Nichols has absolutely convinced me. He is literally killing it in the 250 class, and you know, he's proving as to why he should be considered as a possible champion by everybody. Now, of course, Dylan Ferrandis and Adam Cincerillo, in my opinion, are still the two title favorites, like the two guys that could easily win this, but they're just so damn inconsistent. And if Nichols can play that Mr. Consistency role, that will be so huge. I cannot reiterate it enough. I think that is the key, is if Colt Nichols can just play that consistent role, he will win this title, and who knows, maybe he can, you know, back it up next year too. Who knows? Just breakout season for him. Very awesome to see that. Adam just needs to step it up, man. He really does. I really don't have much to say about it. Triple Crowns were really interesting. I think the track lent itself to having some pretty good racing, but at the same time, it was technical enough for everybody to kind of struggle, if that makes sense. I want to point out that in one of the LCQs as well, it was really kind of, I guess, kind of unfortunate for the guy, but kind of funny too. A guy tried to scrub the table there, or not the table, that just, I guess, wall jump, so to speak, and old boy just ate it. I don't remember what his name was, but very neat video to watch. Poor guy didn't end up qualifying, but regardless, 250 class racing was pretty straightforward. You know, it was mainly dominated by McElrath, Nichols, and Ferrandis, which is no surprise when it comes to how they're riding. Adam probably could have won the entire thing if he would have just stayed up, man. That second moto killed him with that 14th, man. He went 4:14, I believe, 2. And it just, you know, that obviously is not how you want to, you know, have a season go. So, unfortunate for Adam Cincerillo, but, you know, still, I think, ended up with 5th overall, so he's still kind of in points. I believe he's 10 back, if that. So he's still in the championship hunt. It's just, dude, he's got to clean up his racing. I think everybody can agree Adam can win this championship if he just, you know, stays consistent. So, moving on to 450 class, Cooper Webb, bro. What a fucking ride. Oh my god. Can I just point out when he passed Ken Roczen and went over the finish line and did the finger gun behind him? That was easily the most badass thing I've ever. I think that's better than a knack-knack. I don't think anything can top that. That was fucking just smooth and cool as fuck looking. Like, bro, that's some shit I'm gonna be doing out in real life, bro. That's some straight up shit I'm gonna be doing out in real life. If I fucking beat somebody like that, bro, I'm just pointing a finger gun at him, shooting him. That's how it's working, bro. That was badass. Cooper Webb ends up winning Moto 1. Coming back from behind, it looked like Roczen was going to legitimately secure his first win of the season, even though it's obviously a 12-minute moto, so to speak. Very, very fun to see that. Tomac kind of struggled all night, but ended up coming out and just showing that he is the dominant rider in the series still in the third main. I think that this is going to kind of open up the doors for him to just start winning races left, right, front, and center again. I think he was just trying to stay consistent. I mean, I've told everybody this, I feel like, multiple times. I think people are counting out Tomac, saying he's not the same rider. I think he's definitely just a little bit smarter with how he's trying to ride, if that makes sense. It's not always about trying to just go out and absolutely smack everybody from the get-go. I mean, it's been his issue every single year, it seems like, besides, I guess, 2017 he wasn't necessarily out to smack, but you know, last year was a big issue for him. He ended up crashing out in the first race because he wanted to extend out that lead, and it just was not the call for him. And this year, I think he's played it smart, man. He's played this top 5 game. Let's just stay in the points, and now he's 1 down on points on Kenny. And that's huge, man. It's absolutely massive. Well, I think he's 1 down. Is he 1 down? He might be 2 down. Might be 2 down. Regardless, Ken Roczen has the points lead still, and, you know, Tomac came out, and he's 1 or 2 points back. So that's huge. That's huge. I think a lot of people are kind of just looking past the fact that he's just playing it conservative. He's trying to play the game of who's going to be there at the end. And last year it was Jason Anderson. That's why he has the #1 plate. Should have been Eli. Should have been Marv. Who knows? Should have been Eli the year before. Wasn't consistent enough. He won the most races, yes, but he was not consistent enough and had really bad performances before. So it comes down to the fact that he's trying to play the smart game. Now back to Cooper Webb. Cooper Webb absolutely comes out, surprises everybody in the first moto, and that's when I just knew this night was going to be another crazy night, and I just had a feeling that Webb was going to win the overall. I honestly thought, though, he was going to win all 3. Didn't win all 3, but Moto 2 comes out. He just absolutely dominates, man. He was killing it. I believe Marv tried to make a run on him at the very end of the race. Didn't end up making it happen, but I mean, Cooper Webb, just what a ride, man. The first Red Bull KTM guy to win a race of the season. I don't think anybody would have said that, especially in the first 3 races of the season. I think everybody would have thought, okay, it will be like a late race or like a lucky race randomly. But he came out and just outclassed everybody, in my opinion. He was the fastest guy at most of the time, and it was just very crazy to see, and very pumped that Cooper Webb got his win, and that's just my opinion. I think Cooper Webb has a lot of potential, and maybe this opens up the door, kind of like it was supposed to open up the door for Blake Baggett. But you know, Baggett had a struggling weekend, and that's just how it is, man. That's how it is. Marv ended up coming in 2nd overall on the night. I guess it's good to see, you know, the top steps of the podium has been pretty inconsistent this year, which is nice to see, I guess, because it shows that this field is pretty stacked. And who knows, maybe we have a huge championship hunt the entire season. Who knows, maybe Tomac never gets it started, but that would be the way to go. That would just be awesome. I don't know. I'm just excited for this season. I think that the Triple Crown worked pretty well. I personally like normal racing a little more, like the normal format more, but that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm a little prude. I don't know. But very entertaining. Very happy that we have seen Barcia, Baggett, and Cooper Webb all win this season without the big 3 or big 4 winning a race. Maybe actually 5, I guess, because, well, never mind, because one of them did win if it's 5. So big 4 being Tomac, Anderson, Roczen, and Musquin. That's the big 4 in my opinion this series. And then Barcia, obviously the one that would be in the consideration for big 5, in my opinion. So very, very good racing. I believe that the points make it so that it is Roczen, I want to say Tomac, and then I want to say Musquin. and then somehow Cooper Webb is in 4th. Fucking crazy, man. Fucking crazy series this year, and it's just so exciting to see all of this racing. I'm super pumped for this next weekend, and you know, hopefully Oakland can bring some really good racing and all that good stuff. That's just going to be a really exciting series. So, if you guys still want my predictions on who's the champion at the end of the seasons for 250s and 450s, I'm going to say for West Coast 250s, still Adam, dude. I don't see I think Adam's going to clean it up the rest of the season. I think he's just made too many mistakes, and he's just going to hunker down even more. And it showed in Glendale that he was the fastest guy, and he was pretty quick in all of them, really. He just had mistakes and went down. It just was not good for him. So I'm thinking that Adam Cianciarulo still wins the 250 West Coast. And then East Coast, obviously that's kind of wide open. We don't know too much. I'm going to go Faulkner because why not? I know he's over there, and I just think he's got to be the best one for the entire series. Maybe even Marty. Just kidding. Marty's. I don't know, man. Marty needs a 450, man. Martin Davalos needs a 450, bro. He really does. So, and then 450's Tomac, man. I don't see Tomac losing this championship this year. He's playing the consistent role, and I think he's going to be in every single round in a top 3 position, no matter what. If he wins it or whatever it is, top 5 actually. I just don't see him losing the championship. I really don't. And I see him picking up the most wins again this year. Who knows? Maybe he goes on a tear after this. Maybe he goes on a tear. So, anyway, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this little review. I know it was kind of thrown together pretty quickly. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the track. The name is down below in the description if you can't find it. Just look up that name, and or just look up Oakland and look up for Moto_US on PlayStation. That is my PSN. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. Comment down below what your thoughts and opinions on Anaheim 2 were, and your predictions for Oakland. I'm thinking Tomac and Adam. Again, I do. I'm just going to keep guessing those guys to win, and eventually I'm going to be absolutely correct, and then I could just brag about it. So, yeah, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. We are going to be doing a lot of content on this game, as well as Supercross 2 when that game comes out. Lots of good things being seen about that game, and I don't know, I'm pretty excited for that. We're going to try to bring back Squadcast. I said that last week, but who knows. So, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, guys, my name is Moto, and I'm out. Peace. Goodbye.